within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year, happy Black History Month. I hope that you guys are all doing well. And I have to tell you, I really have missed you. I was not expecting to take this much time away from the channel. And back when I was in Ohio spending time with my family for Christmas, in my last Vlogmas video, I mentioned that I needed to take a break, that I needed to turn off my brain, that I wasn't sure when I was gonna come back, but I promised you guys that I would come back. I certainly didn't think that I was gonna be this long, but looking back, I'm so glad that I took the time that I needed. Now, if you have been following me on my newsletter, then you are completely updated with what has been going on in my life. And if you are not subscribed to my newsletter, then I would like to invite you to click on this QR code right here, which will take you over to my website, which will then provide you with a form so that you can sign up for the newsletter. I send that out every week, every Friday at 10 a.m. And we really just have a great time over there. I'll also add a link down below in the description box just in case you are not able to get to my website from this QR code. But in the newsletter, I write about all the things that I love, from shopping to traveling, food, home decor, fashion, all the things, and we really do have a great time over there. I've even had people tell me that my newsletter is the only newsletter that they read faithfully out of all of the ones that they have subscribed to, and that just makes me the happiest and clearly says that I am doing something right over there. So if you would like to join us every Friday morning at 10 a.m., be sure to sign up so that you are completely up to date with what is going on, even when I don't post here. I make it a point to post every single Friday unless I announce it over there in the newsletter. And if you ever are not seeing me here on the channel, I've had several of you contact me over the last 5 or 6 weeks just to check in, see how I was doing, where am I? And I always say, everything is always in my newsletter, but of course I, explain that I was just taking a much needed break and just trying to figure out when was my time, an appropriate time to come back. And so kind of transitioning into that, I've been thinking about over the last several weeks of when I'm going to come back, and when I came back, what type of content I was going to post. And I felt like I was kind of playing that game of double dutch where you're kind of, trying to figure out when you're going to jump in without getting hit by the rope. And I just wasn't sure when the right time was going to be, but I knew that the right time was not right after the LA fires hit. I knew that anything that I was posting, any content that I was sharing, needed to be about the fires in LA and everyone who was affected by them. And so I did, I talked a lot about that in my newsletter. And then, of course, we had the inauguration, and then the new administration literally the day after bombarding us with executive order this and executive order that, and DEI pullbacks from major corporations and deportations and all of these things. And it just was like, I have no idea right now when I'm going back and how I am going to kind of navigate in this new world that we are currently living in. And so just a couple of days ago, I happened to come across a post by Ebony Janice, and she was trying to explain to people that we should try as best as we can to stay in our softness. And there was something about that when she said that it just kind of clicked for me, that I am going to, within this channel and just in my life in general, continuing doing the work that I have been doing. I'm actually really happy with myself and with my life and with my little tiny corner of the world. And I have put in a lot of work over the years and a lot of healing and a lot of reading and a lot of therapy to get to who I am, who you guys see today. And so I just want to continue on with that journey. I want to continue to do the things that I love. I want to continue to travel. I want to continue to do all sorts of home projects that you guys have seen me do in the past, and just wait for all the ones that we have coming up. I want you to come along in my foodie adventures. I want to spend more time out in nature. I really just want to stay true to why I'm here on YouTube and why I made that promise to myself so long ago to live a life as well as I can. I know that we are bombarded with all sorts of negative things, from text messages, from news, watching the news on TV, to social media. Like, everything that we're seeing right now is so negative and is so, like, I sometimes I can't even fathom that we're actually going through this right now. But even in all of this turmoil, I'm going to try to find ways to stay soft. Another thing that I really want to do is I want to be able to really support my local community. I love living here in Durham, North Carolina. We are a very blue city. I feel very comfortable being here and living here. When I'm at the gym, I'm hearing people have conversations that fully align with my thoughts and my morals and my beliefs. Same with when I go to the grocery store. Even here around in our neighborhood, it's just, I feel very supportive. It is a very inclusive community. It is a very diverse community, and I want to pour more into the community as I can. And so one thing here that we have that I love to do is a really great farmers market. And what I'm going to do, and what I've been doing, this is nothing new. If you guys have been following me for a long time, this is nothing new. I love to support small and local businesses. It's just been my thing for the longest time. I would rather have something that was made by someone's hand and had the care and the knowledge for a certain product that I want versus getting it from a big box store. And so what I plan to do in just a short while is go to the farmers market. And what I've decided to do is to hopefully get as much of my food that I need for the week from our farmers market. We also have a Durham co-op market, which is basically like our own little community local grocery store that has, for the most part, everything that you need. And then it's full of all sorts of things that have been like locally sourced, which I absolutely love. And then if those two places don't have everything that I need, then I can go over to like a Trader Joe's or a Whole Foods to get whatever else. So moving forward, I really want to stay in my softness and support my community as much as I can. And not only my community as the city of Durham, but just my community as my friends and family, being more present, being more loving, being more available is really what I think is going to help me and possibly help you too when you're thinking about how you can continue to move in this environment that we're currently in, by doing the things that you love, by continuing to love on your people, by figuring out how you can support small and local entrepreneurs, are just little ways that I think are going to help us to continue on through all of this chaos. So I am going to grab some water and grab a tote bag and head over to the farmer's market. I really am hoping to find some flowers. I think just having flowers around the house will just make it look really pretty and make me feel happy. I also hope to get some eggs. We all know the issue with the eggs and the cost of the eggs and the shortage. And so hopefully some of the farmers at the farmer's market will have some local eggs that I can purchase. And then for sure, I want to make sure that I get, there's this woman that sells these bags of salads. And so she puts in all sorts of different greens in there, and sometimes even a little bit of edible flowers. And so I'm hoping that she'll be there at the market today so I can pick some of that up so that I can have some salads throughout the week for lunch and for dinner. And then of course, we'll see what else we find. So let me grab my things and then I will meet you guys over at the farmer's market.
Bad day to a great life. For every dark night, here's some daylight. Hit the runway so I can take flight. Get back on my shit. I can grab a mic and I can rock it like this. Karaoke in the shower like I make hits. I got big dreams and a big bucket list. I guess all I'm trying to say is that I'm living my best life, having a good time. Good to be alive. No bad days, only good vibes. Living my best life, having a good time. Be alive, no bad days, only good vibes. Oh yeah, we switching it up. We getting money, we all the way up. Haters can see us, they see us, so what? We gon' keep living it up. Party life is amazing. Time is now, we not waiting. Live the life that we made it, take it. So yeah, I'm living my best life, having a good time. Good to be alive. No bad days, only good vibes. Living my best life, having a good time. Good to be alive. No bad days, only good vibes. No bad days, only good vibes. Life is amazing. Party life is amazing. No bad days, only good vibes. Party life is amazing. Time is now, we not waiting. Live the life that we made it, take it. So yeah, I'm living my best life, having a good time. Good to be alive. No bad days, only good vibes. Living my best life, having a good time. Good to be alive. No bad days, only good vibes.
Well, that was a good trip. I ended up getting everything that I wanted and more, which is always the case. There was this guy that was selling hot cereal, and I've been really changing the way that I am eating and trying to get a lot of protein in and a lot of fiber. And I'm thinking that cereal in the morning is going to be great. I think I'm just going to make it like a regular oatmeal and then probably put some berries in there, maybe a nut butter. I think it's going to be delicious. I'm at least going to try it. He said that most people who have purchased it have come back to purchase more. And then I also got some fish. I was hoping that the fish guy was going to be out here because I'm also very much trying to cut out red meat. You guys know how I love my burgers. So that is going to be a hard one to beat. And maybe the burgers will just be a treat every once in a while. I'm still very new at this, so we'll see. I don't want to give up a bunch of things and, you know, end up setting myself up for failure. But I really would like to give up red meat for a while just for starters. And so I got some fish and I'm really, really excited about that. I'll probably make something with that for dinner tonight. So I am going to find some coffee because I got up this morning, recorded for you guys, came to the market and never had a sip of coffee. So I'm going to see if I can find, of course, there's a billion coffee spots down here in Durham. So I just need to figure out which one I want to go to. So I'll see you guys there. I've decided to take the rest of my coffee and head down the road because Trosa just happens to be on this street, and since I'm so close, let me just go see what they have. Well, I didn't really find anything. Not that I was necessarily looking for anything. I did get this little vase, which I always love to pick up when I'm at thrift stores to put flowers in. I just got some flowers at the market, so I think this will be a really cool vase to put that in. But that's it. That's it. I have some projects that are coming up that I need some things from the thrift store. At least I'm hoping to find some things from the thrift store, but today wasn't my day, so we'll keep looking. All right, let's go home. One more. It was kind of on the way, not really, to my house, but another thrift shop that I want to go to that I haven't been to in a while is the Scrap Exchange thrift shop. And I don't always find stuff here, but I thought since I haven't been in so long, let's just see what they have. So let's go in. right, now I am for real gonna go home. But I did find a few things that I'm kind of excited about. Also, I met one of my followers on this channel, and that is always so cool when that happens. I told her, I was like, you know what, moving forward, I can't go out of the house looking any kind of way, because it never fails. Anytime that I go out, I typically meet one of my followers, and I love it so much. If you ever see me like out in the wild, please come and say hello, because I absolutely want to meet you. It's always so special to see faces from the other side of the screen, because right now I just see my camera, and I wish that I could see all of you. So when you guys see me out, please say hello. Very, very cool. I absolutely love that. So picked up a few things, thought I would show you, and then I'll show you kind of how I style it once I get home. But I found another little glass vase. I just like the shape of them. There was several of these, and I probably should go back and just buy the other two, I think, 2 or 3 that they had. But I just love the shape of it. I think it'll make for a really pretty vase, especially for the flowers, again, that I just bought at the farmer's market. But this was $4.50. Do I think that it was worth $4.50? I think it would be better if it was $1.50, but I bought it at this price. I just really liked it, and I will style that as soon as I get home. Then I got this little jar, this ceramic jar. It's handmade, and I loved it when I first saw it, but then I wasn't sure, like, do I need another little ceramic jar around the house? But then I thought, flowers. Again, I think that this would be really cute to turn it into a little vase for some of the flowers that I got at the market. And I also think this could be really cool just to set it alone on top of a stack of books, on a table, on a bookshelf. I also think that it would be a really good use to put this in your bathroom and put your makeup brushes inside. I just really liked it. It was $3, so this is coming home with me. And then the last things I got, you could probably hear it, were a set of these glass dishes. You guys know how much I love pink glassware, and so anytime that I find it out at a thrift store, I always pick it up. I absolutely love these. I love the little handles on here, and the only bummer about this is that they only had 3. I was really hoping I could find a 4th one. I typically like to buy things in 4s or 8s. 6s even. There's something with even numbers that I love, but unfortunately they only had 3, so I ended up buying them anyway. They're $1.50 each, and I think they are just so pretty and will definitely fit in nicely with the rest of my pink dishes. So now for sure, I am going home now. I want to get these flowers into some water and also the food into the fridge. And then I'll show you guys how I styled up some of this stuff. And then we're going to do something else that's a little fun. So I will see you as soon as I get home. I hope you guys enjoy coming with me to the farmer's market. I'm really excited about all of the stuff that I got. I'm really looking forward to using all of those items this week for all of my meals. Also very excited about finding that coffee shop. I've never been there before. I thought it was very cute. Love the pink exterior. That just was kind of what drew me in when I was looking for coffee shops to go to, and the coffee that I had was delicious. And then of course, when we went to the thrift stores, I was not planning on doing that today, but I was like, Trosa is right down the street. It would be silly for me not to go down and see what they have. And so I'm glad that I was able to find a few things today and have already been able to use them. So one thing that I wanted to do before I let you guys go today is to do something that I have really enjoyed doing while I have been on break, and that is watching people kind of show some of their favorite things. In the beginning of January, people were like, these are my favorite 2024 finds ever. And I thought about doing that, but I'm like, there's just no way that I could pick out just a few items to show you guys from 2024, because there were so many really amazing things and moments. So what I thought that I would do instead is to give you guys some of my very favorite things that I have acquired, whether I've purchased them or I've gotten them as gifts over the last 5-6 weeks, and show you those and kind of go through why I am absolutely loving them. So I have 3 categories. I have handmade small business pieces that I have acquired, as well as books, and then fragrance. Very, very excited about these. So let's go ahead and get started. Very first thing is this mug. I absolutely love this mug. As you can see, it has my name. Kind of, it's puffy. I don't know if you can see that, you know, on the camera there, but it's kind of puffy, and it's in this very beautiful gold shimmery glaze that I am just loving right now. And I've said this before in another mug that I recently purchased, that I really do have to figure out how to do this, because I want to do this in some of my pottery. But I just loved it. I love the stripes. I love the color. I love that I was able to get it personalized with my name on it. This is my absolute favorite mug in the moment, and I have been drinking out of it non-stop. Of course, I will put the Etsy, I got this from Etsy. I will put the seller's information down in the description box, and for anything that I mentioned today, I'll make sure that I link everything down below for you guys. So these I actually found, there are a set of plates. Gorgeous, gorgeous plates. I am so obsessed with these things. I found this seller on TikTok over the summer, and she showed us what she calls, what does she call it? Like the butter dish, the melted butter dish, I think she calls this. And I saw her make these, and I immediately went over to her site, and of course they were all sold out. And so she was then going to do another sale in October, but then everything in the kiln got destroyed. And so she had to push it back till December. And then December, she had some other issues. And then at the end of December, she finally had this sale, and I jumped on it and bought 4 of these very gorgeous plates. And I just love them. I cannot wait to have some sort of party or dinner here so that I can serve dinner or the salad or dessert or whatever on these gorgeous plates. You guys know how much I love just like plates and hosting ware and ceramics. Obsessed with those. So those are the 2 handmade pottery things that I got. And then another thing that I got that you guys know, I absolutely love my Louise Carmen journal. I am so obsessed with this thing. This has really kept me sane over the last several weeks, and I've just been journaling a lot in here, and I kind of thought that I would show you some of the things that some changes that I've made to it. So I got this charm as a gift, and so I removed the charm that came with the journal and put this charm on it instead, and you're able to fully customize them. And mine says that you should go ahead and do all of the things that you've always dreamed of. And so I just thought that that was a very cool saying, and it kind of is just my motto in life, to do all of the things I've ever wanted to do. So that is the charm here. And then I switched out another charm for the bow charm. You guys know how much I have been obsessed with bows all Christmas season, and it seems like it's kind of seeping into this new year as well, but I absolutely love it. And then I have my my Libra charm on there as well. Inside, you will see that I've already started to really journal in here. This is a flower from a postcard that I got when I was in New York. I have lots of pictures in here that I posted from like our Amsterdam trip. I absolutely love it, from my New York trip. You guys saw me do this when in my New York Vlogmas, where I went to that little stand in Central Station, and I was hoping to get this Metro card, and I did. So I really love that. Just some really, really cool and special moments that I have here. I have another little postcard that I got that I've just attached to the back of the notebook. I have a little saying here that it says, perhaps we should love ourselves so fiercely that when others see us, they know exactly how it should be done. So I put that on there. And then on here is our time during New Year's Eve. We spent it at home, Tara, Mark, and myself. We spent it at home and just had a really nice time eating. We had some like caviar and chips and creme fraiche with a little bit of chive on top. That was amazing. We made a lot of other little snacky things. We played games. We listened to music. We watched Ryan Seacrest. And I also worked on making what is a bingo card. So I don't necessarily subscribe to the New Year, New You. Like I said earlier, I really am, for the most part, happy with myself and how life is going. But I thought that it would be fun, and I did see this on TikTok as well, to make a little bingo card. So I'll put the bingo card up on the screen so that you guys can see it. But really, there are things that some funny things that I think may or may not happen, some aspirational things that I hope to do, and some things that I already have planned, and I just got to make sure that I do them so that I can check them off by the end of the year. Some trip things. What are some of the other things that I want to do? Dive off a boat into blue water. I cannot wait for that. I want to hug a sequoia tree. I've always wanted to go to the Sequoia National Park in California, so I hope I can make it out there at some point this year. But yeah, lots of little things, as you guys can see, that I think will just be fun to see if I can actually cross a lot of them off and make a bingo by the end of this year. And then finally, for the very last thing in terms of small businesses, is I have subscribed to a couple of cards and notes and poetry in the mail, and I got my first one, and I'll link the 3 people that I've been following, but they're essentially from $5 to $7 a month. You pay them like a monthly subscription, and then they'll send you a personalized letter or a card or words of affirmation, inspirational things, poems. And so I got my first one in the mail, and so she sent over, this little card and then a note. And I just think that it's just really cool that people are trying to build community in different ways. And so I've found all of these people on TikTok, and I just have something to look forward to other than bills in the mail each month for very little money. But I just love just the creativity of thinking about doing this for people, especially during this time. So if you're interested in those, I will definitely make sure to link those down in the description box below. Next are books. I love books. I collect them. Even if I order something and I listen to it on Audible or read it on my Kindle, I always still want like the physical book. And so I got a few for Christmas, and then I've purchased a few for myself. This one I got for Christmas. You guys probably saw this one in the Vlogmas video, my very first Vlogmas video. It's 150 hotels you need to visit before you die. And there are some amazing, amazing hotels in here that I hope to cross off my list in the very near future. Such a cool book, really great pictures, very informative. What I found was interesting in this book is that there's only like 1 or 2 hotels here in America that is in this book. Everything else is out of the country, and I'm okay with that, but I just was surprised that there weren't any, or there weren't more here in the United States that were listed in this book. But very fun. I've enjoyed looking through that. I also have been paying very close attention to my body lately and how it's feeling, and I realize, and this isn't new information, but for me, there's something that clicked for me this over the past break, that I just know for me the best medicine for my body is what I'm putting in it. And so I've been really trying to learn how I can retrain and to rebuild the microbiome in my gut. And so I am doing so by reading this book, which is absolutely fabulous. It's by a physician who lives in the UK, and she's able to write science in a way that's digestible. She's able to just make things very simple. She explains things in a way that it makes sense to me. And so she's kind of going through, right now, she's just kind of going through what your microbiome is and how your brain and your gut talk to each other, and how it essentially like makes you feel mentally, physically, all the things. And then towards the end of the book, then she'll tell you specifically what you need to be doing. And I know a lot of what she's going to say is like making sure that you're eating lots of vegetables. I think that the rule is to try to get 30 different fruits and vegetables in your diet throughout the week. And so I've been trying to do that. Also, your fiber intake is really, really important, that I'm learning in this book. And so I think that it's just, if anyone is out there having any issues with your gut, with digestions, IBS, any of those things, I highly, highly, highly suggest this book. I've tried to read others and I just can't get through it because it's just so scientific. This one is a really, really good one. Of course, again, I'll link that down below. Then I got some cookbooks that I am loving so much. This one I got for Christmas. I happened to see it in Cezanne when I was in New York during Vlogmas. It's an artful way to plant-based cooking. The pictures in here are gorgeous. The recipes they're so good. I've already made a couple of them, and I really love that the meals that they have in this book, you feel like you could just eat them as is, or if you want to add in a protein, a fish, a chicken, or whatever, you can. But these are so hearty that I feel like you can just eat them on their own. And I really am starting to put my little pinky toe into being as plant-based as possible. Not going there yet. Baby steps, but I am just kind of learning about the importance of plants and fruits and things like that for your system and how they can help you heal your gut. And then I just recently picked this one up and I am obsessed with it. I found these guys on TikTok. Their TikTok alone made me immediately want to click on the link in their bio, and I was like, I hope that they have a cookbook, and they did, and it is fabulous. The pictures in here alone are stunning, but I just love how their approach to making plant-based eating fun. And so even if you're not thinking about going plant-based, that's okay. These books are still good for like if you want to make your sides. We all have some sort of sides, vegetable, starch, whatever. So these two books really do provide some fabulous recipes, and I highly suggest them. final thing before I let you go is fragrances. You guys know how obsessed I am with fragrances, and TikTok did it again. I'm telling you. I have no idea what is going to happen with TikTok, and I have my, my thing with it. But when it finally goes away, if it goes away, I'm going to be so sad, because how am I going to find all these amazing things like this? So, Dries Van Noten has come out with a line of fragrances, and they are stunning. They are so, the bottles alone are gorgeous. So on TikTok, I saw the bottle for Soy Malake, and that's kind of like their most famous perfume. The bottle is stunningly gorgeous. I'll pop it up on the screen. And I was just like, okay, I can't buy that without ever smelling it, because it's not cheap. This is not a cheap fragrance at all. So when I went online, I was just like, I wish that there was a way that I could just smell it. Well, of course, nowhere around here did they have this perfume that I could go into a store and smell it. But what they did have was this discovery set. And so with this discovery set, all of their perfumes are in here. This discovery set is $70. But what they do is, and this is only on the Dries Van Noten site, like if you would buy this from Bloomingdale's or any other high-end store, this rule doesn't apply. But if you buy it straight from this site, you buy this, you smell all of them, you can decide which ones that you love. If there's one that you love, then the $70 that you spent on this will go towards the bottle of the perfume. I thought that that was pretty cool. So you can already tell this is not a cheap perfume if this was $70 and they're willing to take $70 off of it. I think it was $300. I think the Soy Malake is $320. And when I got it, I just did not love it. I wanted to love it so much, but it was a little too powdery for me. It's kind of like it had like a little powdery scent, a little vanilla, and it was nice. But for me to spend that type of money, I just knew that I didn't love it enough to purchase it. But then I ended up falling in love with a couple of different ones. One, I think it's this one here, which is the Burnt Rose. I am not typically a rose fragrance person, but this one is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And when I buy my next bottle, it'll probably be that, because I really did surprisingly love it. But what I loved the most, and it's not even here because I use it all, is the Fleur du Mal. And it smells so good. I put it on and I would like smell myself and I would be like, "Ooh, what's that smell? Oh, it's me." Oh, it smells so good. And I had Mark look or smell each and every one of these, and that was the one that he ended up liking the most too. And so I had been wearing it for a while, and then finally I just was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. So it just came in the mail, the big bottle, which I'm so glad, because I just love this little bag, because I absolutely used all of the rest of my sample. But here is the bottle. Let me open it up. I haven't even opened it up yet. I don't want to tear it. Okay, maybe I do. But oh, it's gorgeous. Look at this bottle. Oh, I hope you guys can see that. Oh my goodness. This just makes me the happiest. How do you, oh, there you go. Oh, it smells so good. I will put the notes on the screen as well, just so that you guys can see it. I'm not going to tell you to go ahead and buy this. It is a really, it's an investment to purchase a fragrance like this. But what I do recommend you doing, if you're interested at all, is to get their discovery set. This was a really just fun experience to go through each and every one of them. Me and Tara had a ball doing it. And if you don't like any of them, then okay, yes, you are out of of $70, but I have a feeling, whether you're female or male, that you are going to like these. I think that there's several in here that, you know, can kind of go for either one. So yeah, love this. This just smells so good. Can't recommend it. Can't recommend this experience more. And yes, so what I did was they gave me this. They gave me a code, and then once I had that code and I wanted to buy a big bottle, I just put that in when I purchased it, and it took $70 off. So very, very cool experience. And so right now, these are my favorite things. Of course, on my newsletter, I'm always posting other things, and I think that I'll probably do this throughout the year, just because I'm always finding like really cool things that not everyone knows about, because everybody isn't scrolling TikTok like I am all of the time. But I really do love all of these pieces, and if you do too, then all of the links will be down below for you guys. So with that, I'm going to let you go for today. Oh, one last thing, sorry. So in my newsletter a couple of weeks ago, I posted about my Valentine Day boxes that I am creating. I'm doing homemade cookies. I'm painting on a little pouch. I'll put a picture up so you guys can see it. I'm putting lots of inspirational quotes inside the pouch and all sorts of little sweets and goodies. It's $45, and that includes shipping. So you get the entire box from me to you on your doorstep for $45, shipping included. And I put it out on my newsletter. It sold out within a day. And I decided, just because I've missed you guys so much, that I am going to make another 5 more. So if you would like to purchase a box from me, I will put that link down below, as well as here is a QR code for you, so that you can purchase either one for you yourself or one for a friend or a loved one. If you are purchasing one for a friend or a loved one, I do have like a little box that just says what you would like for me to write in the card, because I always write a little handwritten note for each of the packages. So thank you so much for everybody who has purchased them. I think you're gonna absolutely love them. I can't wait to get started on working on them. And yeah, until they sell out, I'll put another 5 on the website if you guys are interested. And I thank you in advance. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you over on the newsletter on Friday, and then right back here on Sunday, because guess what? We're going back to New York. Have a good one, guys. Bye.